2 figures, 3 head sculpts, and a potentially massive price tag for this limited Inart Joker figure. Let's take a look. Hi everyone, welcome to 16 Figure Focus, and in this video we're going to take a look at some of the images that came out of Shanghai Wonder Festival 2023, specifically the Joker. That's the Joaquin Phoenix Joker from the movie Joker. Trust me, I am sick of talking about the Inart Joker, the Heath Ledger one, and I'm sure you're sick of hearing about it, even though it's an absolute banger. It's a beautiful piece. Yeah, so when I saw this, the only downside of this was I was like, right, that's another 2 years of Inart Joker talk potentially. Anyway, but look, at least it's not the same one. I absolutely love this movie, but I do share the sentiment that even though it's pretty much a cinematic masterpiece, the rewatchability, it's a tough watch. It's a dark film, it's intense, it's draining to watch, even though it is a beautiful piece of art. But this particular, oh yeah, by the way, these are not my images. These are courtesy of Justin's collection. I'm getting them off his Facebook page. I believe they were taken by Ryan Kirkwood, so massive shout out to them and thank you. I did check Inart's official Facebook page, but they seem to be quite slow at like putting photos up and maintaining that. It's not as active as I think a lot of collectors, myself included, would like it to be. So there's some images here of the Joker, and that's what we're going to be talking about. Now, a few basics. Obviously, it's a Joaquin Phoenix Joker from the movie Joker. The sequel is in the works with Lady Gaga. I'm looking forward to seeing that. This is not a 3-pack. I think there's a lot of speculation it was going to be a 3-pack, but what it is, it's a 2-pack. There's 2 bodies, there's 3 head sculpts, they're all rooted, and it comes with 3 different, I suppose, iconic scenes from the movie. You have the main one, the one where he walked down the steps in, but they haven't gone for the steps diorama, which I think I would have preferred. They've gone from like a studio diorama with a chair and stuff like that, which is pretty cool, but to be honest, I think I'd prefer if they just had the red suit and the steps and I call it a day there. This is going to be expensive. Like I said, 2 bodies, 3 outfits I believe, and 3 different head sculpts, huge diorama piece as well, and stands. I've seen John from Inart on streams where he said that Warner Brothers are very particular about this license. They said if you want it done, it has to be like over 1,000, has to be really, really premium. This is probably the most impressive thing I've seen from Wonderfest, because I did see their Daenerys and I don't think that looks great. The Superman, sorry, Christopher Reeve Superman, I'm not a big fan of the Christopher Reeves movies, to be honest. They're a bit kind of just a bit before my time, but so I don't have the eye for it. But I heard a lot of people saying that there's definitely tweaks that need to be made, and again, wasn't a massive fan of the Hobbit, so I don't really have the eye for the Christopher Reeves Superman or the Hobbit. Is it Thorin? But yeah, I was delighted to see kind of the Inart Robert Pattinson obviously again. But look, we're here to talk about this. Let's take a look at some of these photos. So 3 different versions you have. I'm going to start at the start. So again, like I said, these are not my images. These are Justin's collections, courtesy I believe of Ryan Kirkwood. Hope I've got those details right. So I just want to look specifically at the Joker ones. All right, okay, so this here, first one here. So this is the scene, if you remember, when he kind of, I believe he's killed the 3 Wall Street bankers. I think he shot them on the train, and he is in, like, I think a bathroom or something he runs to after doing that, and he kind of starts this dance. It's almost like it's almost like he's embracing the character of the Joker, and he's kind of slipping into madness. I really like the outfit in this. I really like the tailoring on this, and I really like the rooted hair. One of the things I've noticed with the Hot Toys rooted hair and even the artisan stuff, again, I'm just judging on images and prototypes and stuff like that. Take for the Wanda, for example, the volume on the hair is quite big. It looks kind of like more like a high quality wig as opposed to actual hair, whereas that's where I think Inart have the edge from what I've seen. I'm looking at a Inart Joker here. It looks super. I've done very little with the hair, and up there it looks super as well. And I think the prototype in this looks quite well. This is going to be expensive. Like I said, 2 figures, 3 outfits, massive diorama base, 3 different head sculpts, all with rooted hair, and plus they want to push this in high end. If the Inart Joker rooted 2-pack was 1,100, I think this is going to be close to 15. I don't have a good feeling about this, and really it's a question like, you know, as much as I really, really like the movie, do I love the movie enough to pay top dollar for this? Anyway, let's take a look at it. Mine is not made up yet. I am interested, I have to say. I love the tailoring on this. The eyes are closed, so I mean it's going to limit how you're going to pose this, but just the base, very simple. there's nothing much to it. I kind of like the simple bases. I do like the base. I do like the outfit. I do like the tailoring. The pose is quite straightforward. I don't mind that the eyes are closed because they're capturing a moment, even though it will limit posing. But this is probably more or less what I would do with it, unless maybe watching something, some scene from the movie, maybe adjusting it a bit. But looks quite good. I just want to zoom in and see if I can see any more details on this. Yeah, the tie looks quite nice. I presume it's going to be the same mechanism. This suit wasn't as fitted as, say, the Joker suit in The Dark Knight, so I would imagine it's going to be easier to get the head on this as opposed to it was quite difficult to get the heads on the Heath Ledger versions. Right, so it's going to flick on here to the next photo, specifically of Joker. Again, same pose, same figure, but just the way it's posed up. I want to take a look at that stuff. So we've got, like, look at the makeup there. The thing which struck me, like, the hair isn't all over the shop. Okay, it's messy because it's messy, and you know, it was like that. It was wet and sweaty and messy. I believe he'd just run away from the people he'd shot in this scene, so he's obviously sweating, and it looks quite dirty and sweaty and disgusting looking, and that's the way it's supposed to look. The paint apps are on point. I think you can see a few wrinkles in his forehead there as well. The blood on the nose as well looks quite good, because I think they did hit him a few times, those Wall Street bankers, wherever he shot. The tailoring looks good. You can see a brace underneath there. Waistcoat looks good. Pattern in the pants as well. Like, it's pretty impressive. This was the one that seemed to be the most finished. And I referenced earlier on Thorin and Daenerys and the Christopher Reeve Superman. I do think that they're early prototypes and they're going to improve. We've seen it before with Aragorn. Aragorn looked terrible when we first saw it, and the prototype is one of the most stunning 1/6 scale prototypes I've ever seen in my life. Also, the Christopher Reeve Superman, or not Christopher Reeve, Henry Cavill Superman, the first images I wasn't enamored with at all. I thought the head looked weird, the proportions on it, but then very, very quickly they updated it. It looks a lot better now, in my opinion. Alright, speaking of Aragorn, that looks like a photo. That is, I gotta say this, I think that's the best 1/6 scale prototype I've ever seen. Right, next photo of the Batman, or not the Batman, the Joker. To be honest, I'm not as impressed with the tailoring on this piece as I was on the previous one I've shown you. So this is obviously the kind of the red suit scene where he kind of, that song's playing with the drum intro and he's coming down the steps and he's doing his dance, and then he goes to the studio and he's interviewed by Robert De Niro's character Murray. Head sculpt here looks great, paint applications look great, rooted hair, that's what I remember him looking like in the show, or the movie. I am noticing the hands look very plasticky. Again, could be just an early prototype, so I'm not like judging these figures, I'm just calling it as I see it. The suit, I'm not sure is it because he's sitting like that, but the suit proportions, it's not a fitted suit. It was definitely a bit loose in the movie, that was the style, but I don't know, something about the collar and the way it sits up a bit boxy. It could be just the fact that you have him sitting down, but there's something that needs a bit of work, in my opinion, there to get it to sit a bit better. But like I said, I'm guessing these are it's just early prototype. I know they're prototypes. I'm guessing they're prototypes with a lot of work to be done. Diorama looks great with that kind of studio with the window in the back and that curtain and pole and stuff like that. But yeah, he's sitting quite well there with his legs crossed. It doesn't look that awkward. Maybe the hand looks a bit awkward and plasticky, but I'd imagine they're going to fix that. Yeah, I'm in on this one. I've pre-ordered this one. That Gandalf, Aragorn is very, very impressive. I wish that, if I was a bigger fan of Lord of the Rings, I would go with that, but like, I don't want to FOMO into that because I like Lord of the Rings, but I don't want to just get it for the sake of it, because that's funds that be locked up for. I'd rather get something else that I really do love a lot more. Right, so this is the third version. So this is the version, he's in the hospital. I think this is the scene where he's playing with the kids and stuff like that, and the gun, like an actual gun, falls out of his outfit and stuff like that, and he gets fired from his job. So even like there, like the little hat off to the side, it's hard to see Joaquin Phoenix in that, but he's so done up. There's a lot of makeup. He's got the fake nose on. He's got the cap with the hair and stuff like that. So it's kind of, I'd imagine they've got their likeness right. I see the teeth as well coming through because his teeth were quite bad in the movie and stuff like that. But I still like it. But what I'm trying to say is I'm not sure if that's exactly as he looked at in the movie. I have to go back and look at stills again. But it still looks pretty damn cool. You got the little flower here, and it's like a scarf or something like that, or some sort of jacket underneath, and then the kind of the coat as well. I think he's a hospital coat on over it. Yeah, this looks stunning. and I just want to see if there's any other photos. I've looked at them already. I'm going to look at this one here. I think this is one of the last ones. Yeah, 1 second. So I'll check and then I'll come back to it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so this here, yeah, the pose is quite good. It's quite natural. If you look at his left foot, it's flat on the ground there. And even his right foot that's over the left foot, it's sitting quite natural. And even like the way the pants slip up, which would happen if you're wearing suit pants and you're sitting like that. But if, like, you can see it here now, the suit, even though it's not a fitted suit, I think it's boxier in this particular image than what I remember. Head sculpt's on point though. I think the rooted hair and the way it's sitting, it's on point. But hands look very plasticky, but again, I do think that is because it's early prototype images, so time will tell. They do have that, they are developing a pattern where they show us stuff, and I like that. They show us stuff, they're taking a bit of feedback, and I'm not saying they take everything on board. To be honest, I think it's impossible to take everything on board, but if you think about the staff, shout out to the guys in Collecting Weekly, that wouldn't have been done if they didn't you know, get people together and petition and constantly communicate with John and Inart and stuff like that. Granted, they didn't fix the pants print on Gandalf, but you know, they did, they definitely made they made some good calls and some good fixes. So I'm hoping that by the time this goes up for pre-order, that this looks better. But I think out of all the prototypes we saw, this is the one that I am interested in, and it looks quite well. Just a few little improvements there, I'd imagine. The improve the hands don't make them look so as plasticky, and there's definitely something going on with that suit. I can't quite put my finger on it. I think it's the material actually looks quite boxy, maybe that's it. So yeah, I am interested in this, but I just have a feeling this is going to be $1,500, and like, I don't think I like this movie $1,500 much. That makes sense. All right, so look, if you that's the end of the video. If you want to support the channel, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment. Let me know if you're picking this up or not, or going to attempt to when it eventually goes up in pre-order, or if you're priced out. Because the thing is, I think I'm probably priced out on this one. Time will tell. Anyway, if you want to, yeah, you can also follow me on Instagram and on X. That's it. That's the end of the video. See you in the next one. Good luck.